Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today we are playing Starmade. And let's turn off our XY symmetry mode. And today I would like to make an automatic logic-y jump drive system. And the first thing we're going to need is some power. So, let's see, let's load up one of my templates here and let's paste. And I don't know how much power we're going to need, so we're going to load in all the power. These are million power templates I'm using here. So that's 2 million, 2 million power per second there. So that should do us for power regen. Regen. And let's make our platform here a little longer. Turn that back on. Now, I didn't know this for a long time, but jump drives can accept a logic input, except they don't know the difference between charge and jump, and that makes things a little problematic. Let's put a little power capacity on this thing. 9 million, that should be fine. Now, you probably won't need all this power. I've just added all this because the power element's not what we're testing today. This is more of a proof of concept to see if this will actually work. So we're going to need a jump drive and some jump drive modules. 1, 2. I have no idea how many we're going to need. Let's see. Does it tell us? No. Okay. Let's see how fast. Oh, some of my keys have been rebound in the last update. And I tend to spin now when I enter flying mode. But you know how a jump drive works. You hold down the button and it charges. Well, let's add a few more jump drive modules. There we go. Charge a little faster. You see, you hold it down and it charges, and then you right click when it's ready. Well, the problem with using logic is you can send logic signal to it, and one signal tells it to charge for a split second, but it also tells it to jump when ready. So you can have a continuously jumping ship on a logic clock. I'd like to use the sensor bars to make it just a little more controlled. But we're going to get rid of our jump drive here. When we jump, eee! Okay. Let's turn our top toward the sun so we can have a little light as we work. Alright, now what I want to do is take this sensor. That's not a sensor, that's a randomizer. I made that mistake in testing. Take this sensor, and we're going to attach it to... Oh, to the computer, not to the modules, okay. Take that sensor, attach it to the computer, and we're going to attach it to... Come on, where's my activation module? Activation module. Now we're going to need a clock to control all this. And we're going to use the same clock to get info from the sensor and charge the jump drive. So we're going to need one of those activation, not. I'm going to use an and a delay block. Activation to not to and a timer to activation, timer to sensor, and timer to jump drive. This activation block to a not, that not to this and. Okay. So, we also want activation here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to turn on 9 of these. So 90%. At 90%, this activation module will turn on. Alright, so we're going to turn that off. So that's going to send, because that's going to be its natural state. And we're going to set the clock up. Okay. Now, what's going on here is I have a basic clock, except I have an AND module that's connected to this not. And when the clock fires, it tells the sensor to check the condition of the jump drive. The jump drive, if it's at 90%, will fire this sensor block, which turns this activation module on, which turns this not off, which turns this and off, and thus turning the whole clock off. That way, once it gets to 90%, the jump drive doesn't continue charging, but turns off. That way I don't have the continual jumping problem of just putting it on a clock. Now these things take forever to charge. You'll see, and notice I don't have anything else going. I don't have any thrusters or shields or anything. And notice the power usage is at 420, and see the itty bitty little wedge there in the power bar, or the hot bar there? The jump drive is charging, it's just charging very slowly. It charges just a little with each tick. So we could do something to try to make it tick a little faster. Oh, that was the wrong thing. There we go. So let's... Okay. And hit all of these with that jump drive, and let's just see if that... I don't know if this actually makes it charge faster. It was doing, what, 400? Now it's doing 8383888. So it is charging faster, but not particularly fast. In the past, when I did something like this, I think I could get a jump drive to charge in 10 minutes. So it's going to take forever. So we're going to help it along here and simulate time passing. I could put my voice real high and pretend this is a time-lapse, but no, we're not. I'm holding down the button now, so we're simulating time passing, so don't expect this to be a super fast thing. And actually, wait for the community to figure out how to make it super fast. And I can't tell what... Nope, that was more than 90%. Alright, since I can't tell what 90% is, we are going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to take this down to 75%, just for display's sake, because I can visually see 75% easier than I can see 90%. Alright. So charging. And me manually charging, I think, what threw it off, so it caused me to jump with a tick, because I was manually charging it. And once we get past 75%, pretend this was the clock doing all this work. Once we get past 75%, we should get a few more because of those clocks jumping through. Why aren't we? We're at least 75%. Okay. I've done something wrong. Is that clock should be... That's what I did wrong. I didn't set the new display, or the new delay to the sensor. So it's at least 75% if you hook it up right. This turns on, it turns off the... it turns off this signal, which turns off the clock. Problem is, once you jump, you'll have to manually reset it. Stop spinning, please. Thank you. You just have to manually reset it. You've probably figured out a funny logic way, but this is just a proof of concept. Alright, so our clock got us to 75%. Then it won't, well, if you set it up to 90%, it'll stop there. And it won't take long to charge the rest of the way, and you're ready to jump. Alright. And I think, with a little tweaking and a little work, and a brilliant members of the community working on this, I think it is a feasible auto jump charge system. And I imagine somebody out there, some brilliant brilliant logic worker will figure out a much better, more efficient circuit than this. But this is my take on it, just a proof of concept. So if you have a better way, I totally understand. I'm just sharing my ideas on it. And this is immediately what my mind thought of when I saw this new sensor block. And I had to build this and get it out of my system. Alright, I've been JW608. This has been Starmade, and this has been my automated, well, mostly automated, oh, hello, jump system. And I'll dig you cats later.